another episode of SCNS.
Yay.
The Super Cool Nerd Show? Do we say it like that?
Are we live? Yeah, we're live.
Well, we are technically live.
Yes. It's obvious. So yeah, welcome. We normally do like a clap and
This is
applause.
like, oh yeah, we
like
gotta.
that. Come on.
We're kind of thrown off. You know, it's quiet.
I know.
It's eerily quiet.
Orderly, I would say.
I can hear myself think.
That is so dope.
It's like
So dope.
You're still not loud enough.
So dope.
My head's hurting.
Still not loud enough.
My head's hurting.
So obviously, BC is not here tonight. He is.
He's missed.
Yeah, he is missed, but he's over. He's wrestling tonight at VIP Wrestling. So if you're there and you're watching us, thank you. That's weird. I'm Matt. This guy over here joining us for the show is Zach. What's up?
My name's Zach.
Yeah,
I'm Zach.
Yeah.
Hi.
Over there, got Cora.
I love Hawkeye.
that
Oh
freaking
no
shirt.
shit!
Oh, this one?
God.
You noticed?
It's
It's
beautiful
beautiful.
shirt.
Dude,
It's a
what's
beautiful
wrong?
work
Dude,
of art.
I noticed that shirt before you even came through the door. It was like literally like this glow around the door.
Oh, dude, this shirt galloped to my house and, like a symbiote, attached itself to my chest and endows me with powers of fertility.
Hold up, it was a pink symbiote?
Yeah, dude, do you care about the color of symbiotes?
Nah, just like
I suddenly-
I always know about the black ones. So
Visual picture.
Oh, the black symbiotes. That's
Hold
the
on.
ones that's in the news, isn't it?
Married to a black one.
Yeah.
Dude,
well,
visual picture of a pink Venom symbiote.
I don't know, like, I feel like it would have the same voice as the guy from the PlayStation meeting who was just like, yes,
Oh,
and,
God damn.
yeah, it was a wonderful time. Yeah,
Are we going to
thank
talk
you.
about that today?
Yeah,
we are going to talk
Good.
about that.
Good.
Yep.
I'm glad.
And that's Jason the X.
What's up, guys?
obviously. And then behind the scenes, you don't see him on
Who's
camera.
in there?
That is Chris, and then that is Rob.
They have their own camera back there.
Now they're on camera.
There
Yay.
We shouldn't be.
Until then, they
Hey,
thought they had
we
a
like
ghost
seeing
switching
you.
the cameras. Or imaginary friends.
So,
Well,
anyway,
we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to be hitting up the best and worst costumes over the last 16 years in movie history. And
Hi, BC.
Hi, BC.
what,
Hi.
BC? You're
How you
on?
doing?
He's watching us.
He is here and he is watching. He's getting hyped. Hell yeah.
No, he's telling us to get hyped.
No, I think he's getting hyped. So, and then we also are going to talk about the 50th anniversary of Star Trek.
Woo!
Yeah.
50 damn years.
It's a long time.
50 years. And Shatner still hates us.
And it's still around?
It's still around, man.
I don't know why.
Because it is a rich...
Do people know there's a thing called Sar Wars?
Look,
Bro,
ooh.
I'm all about Star Wars, man.
Shots fired.
just saying.
Shots fired.
That's right.
I'm just saying, do they know that someone already did it better?
Look, I'll admit, I'm more of a Star Wars fan than I am a...
Rob's over there freaking out.
I cannot wait to
I'll
get to
kill
that
you,
discussion.
Rob!
Look, I'll admit, I love Star Trek more than Star Wars more than Star Trek. But the Next Generation, I watch the hell out of that show.
Yeah.
I have to make a confession. The only Star Trek thing I have ever seen in my entire life was the first movie for the reboot of them.
Oh.
And I saw it when it first came out, and that's the only
It's
time
still
I've seen
part
it.
of the 50 years of Star Trek.
You mean Next Generation with, like, Captain Picard?
Yes.
Dude, Captain Picard could walk in, like, the cheesiest porno ever and make it a lot better.
Dude.
Like, he makes
Patrick
everything
Stewart
better.
makes
Patrick
everything
Stewart
better.
is
Yeah.
the
Patrick
best.
Stewart
Have you
is
seen
gold.
Blunt Talk?
I love
Yes,
Blunt Talk
so good.
I
much.
binged that show.
It comes back in October.
I know, I can't wait.
It got renewed?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Dude,
Hell yeah,
which those high-end, like, premium series, like, for them to get renewed is, like, really tough. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of just first season stuff get turned over. But yes,
Stars has a pretty good return rate, though. I've noticed that.
But anyway,
or just obsession with failure.
Probably. All right. Well, tonight it's a little different because BC's not here. Normally
Oh,
we
wait a
would
minute,
kick it
no,
all
no.
off to super cool
well, you
nerd
can't do
news.
that because... Okay, so let me do this.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So anyway, guys, that's enough of that. But right now, we're going to get to some super cool nerd news.
How you doing? How you doing? Dope.
I'm fine. How are
Dope. Dope. Get hype. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm good. Yes, so Super Cool Nerd News is powered by Cinelinks.com, your home for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more.
You got that right, BC?
I know, right? Look, why do you make it seem so hard, BC?
you? Now give him a Japanese name.
Oh, God. Hideo Kojima. Okay,
See,
all right.
I trust Matt to be able to pronounce those better.
We're going to see. All right, so guys, not long ago, Ben Affleck came out on his Twitter profile, and he gave us a video revealing DC's most fearsome mercenary, Deathstroke, a.k.a. Slade Wilson. Hell yeah. Well, now it's revealed that none other then Joe Manganiello, I think I got that right, Joe Manganiello will be playing Slade Wilson. Now, I know. All right, you guys might not know. For the ladies out there, he was the hot werewolf in True Blood. He was also one of the strippers, not named Channing Tatum or Matthew McConaughey and Magic Mike. For the guys, he's that one guy that your girl fantasizes every time that you take your shirt off. That's how you get in the mood. All right, so then over there in tragic news story for movie news, there was a new movie that's coming out, and it's about the deceased former WWE wrestler Chris Benoit. I know. It's actually one step closer to becoming a movie because they now have their director in Lexi Alexander, who was the Punisher Warzone director. She's been given the lofty task of directing the biopic called Crossface, which is actually named after Benoit's famous finishing move. You remember that? Yeah. Crippler Crossface, yeah. When asked their thoughts about the movie, a WWE executive replied, "Huh? What movie? Who?" All right, then after 3 directors and 10 lead changes since 2008, Relativity has finally settled on Corin Hardy to direct and Jason Momoa to lead in the remake of the classic 1994 film, The Crow. While this may come as exciting news, it can't help us take us down memory lane to the last franchise Jason Momoa tried to revive, which, does anybody know? Anybody?
Conan.
Conan the Barbarian.
And there was no blank, rounds in that movie, so...
No.
We'll see how...
Oh, so dark. Now, the sequel we didn't see coming is in development, and you guessed it, guys. Shanghai Noon is becoming a trilogy. Why?
My God.
Who knows? Chances are Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson will be coming back. If not, what's the point? There's a good chance that they do go back to the West after spending, I don't know why they spent time in England in Shanghai Nights. There was literally no reason for it. But then again, I could see them going to China this time because fighting on the Great Wall of China seems to be in right now. Just go ask Matt Damon. He's doing it. All right, now let's switch over to gaming news. Sony held a press conference to unveil their upgraded consoles, PS4 Slim and the 4K compatible PS4 Pro. The Pro is built with a faster processing, 1 terabyte of storage, rich 4K HDR graphics, and PlayStation VR compatibility.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
It'll be available this November for $399. And we also learned that Sony is home to the presenter of the most soothing voice in the world. We found that out. This is the guy that made Molotov cocktails seem like it was a spa treatment. Also, this was leaked out later on, that with the release of the PS4 Pro, the original PS4 console will now be renamed as the PS4 Noob. There you go.
What?
Yeah. It's PS4 Noob.
Fuck.
You
Matt,
actually
Matt-
thought that was real.
Matt, question.
Yeah.
Does it play 4K Blu-rays?
Yeah.
No, it does not, but we will get to that in a moment.
Oh,
We'll talk about that
okay.
later. All right, so now one of the most highly anticipated games was finally shown during the PlayStation meeting, and that was EA and BioWare's highly anticipated game, Mass Effect Andromeda. During the 4K demonstration, the studio showed off the beautiful pre-alpha footage. That was pre-alpha, what they showed, and it already had better textures than most games that I'm playing right now. So it really did just have us like pawing at our screen. We're like, really? Can we have this? Can we play this now? Unfortunately, we can't. We have to wait for God knows how long till that's actually going to show up. So then, that wasn't the only piece of gaming news that came out. They also announced that Super Mario Run is going to be on the iPhone 7.
Boom.
Yeah!
Yeah! You guys so excited? You ready to play an auto runner? Where you make Mario jump and turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's the most exciting thing ever.
It's going to be great, Matt.
So great.
At least they're wasting that crap on the
Wait,
iPhone.
what phone do you have?
I have a droid.
That's because you're sad and lonely.
Whatever, I hate my life. But then they also are going to have a Toad Rally. That's what there's another aspect to the game called Toad Rally, where there is no end goal. The only one is that you basically just try to beat your friends. That's it. You just try to be better than everybody else, which is perfect for all the hipsters waiting in line for the iPhone 7. because they're just trying to be better than everybody else.
Because we are.
Not. Are you gonna get an iPhone 7, Zach?
Yeah.
You're gonna wait in line to get an iPhone 7.
Oh, no. I'm not going to wait in line.
Oh, okay, good. All right, finally, last piece of news. All right, and this is just to piss off Jason. Football is back! Yes! Hallelujah! Football is back!
I'm going to make some money.
But more of that later on Nerd Interference. Cheap plug! All right, this has been your super cool nerd news powered by Cinelinks.com for every news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinks.com.
All right, couple things here. So, that sounds like an awesome PlayStation.
Dude, yeah, when I found out that it didn't have the 4K Blu-ray, I was like, really? What's the point? Like, seriously, it was, Xbox One S did it better.
And that was the best thing they could have done, putting that ad up. Need 4K? Xbox One S.
So literally,
shots fired.
at four Best Buys I've been to in the past month. So my dad, I helped him get an OLED 4K TV. And so he's like, I got this 4K Blu-ray player. So it's Sony, so it must be 4K. I said, Dad, it says 4K upscaling. Well, where's Sony's Blu-ray player? I don't know. Samsung has one. How much is it? $420. Do you have any other ones? Oh, that Xbox? Oh yeah, it's $300 and it does 4K Blu-rays. And I'm like, are you kidding me? If I could travel like 5 years ago, travel into the future and be like, when 4K TVs first came out,
yeah,
be like, I need to get my 4K Blu-ray player, so I'll travel into the future. I walked into Best Buy nowadays. I'm like, sir, can you please hand me my Sony 4K Blu-ray player? They're like, there's not one, but that Xbox has one. I'd be like, this is a future I don't want. This makes no sense, sir. And I would have walked out. But then they even boast that they have, we might not have 4K Blu-ray player, but our graphics are better on 4K gaming.
Sure.
Which then Xbox then release an actual test, saying, no, ours is better. And then they're like, well, at least we're backwards compatible. And it's like, once you've lost the fight, you're like a child. It's like, your mom, that's exactly how it sounded.
Well, that's not even completely true. They're not really backwards compatible. The PS4 isn't. The Xbox One is on certain games.
On certain games. They're saying the new one's supposed to be completely backwards compatible.
You know what pissed me off recently about backwards compatibility?
I haven't read a lot on it. I can't read
No,
Japanese.
I mean, that would be lame if they did that now. Really, why don't you just do that when the new PS4, when the first PS4 came out?
Well, that's what we've been saying since all the new gen stuff came out. Why not make it backwards compatible? Because they are money hungry whores.
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off recently about... Remember they just released Marvel Ultimate Alliance again, which was a really great game? Well, I was like, well, hell, I got the original. I'll just go ahead and put it... It don't work.
Nope.
Got to buy the new one. Fuck you.
You know, I turned on my Xbox 360 the other day. I don't know why. But I did.
Reason for that.
And it just, wouldn't work. I'm just like... It says needs software updates, needs Xbox Live. And I'm like, crap. So guess what I'm doing tomorrow, people?
I'm doing that?
No, I'm going to go buy an Xbox One S. I'm going to go buy an Xbox One S because until Project Scorpio comes out, this is the best console you can buy. Now, I don't even have 4K TV yet, but I'm future-proofing right now.
I just bring it over to my place. I got a 4K TV.
Date night.
Yeah.
Just me and you, though, no women.
No.
Back to the other one you had. I know a couple of us are wrestling fans in here, and this biopic of Chris Benoit. Look, I'm going to be straight up. I loved Chris Benoit back in the day. He was one of my favorite wrestlers. I loved his.
Mine too. We were talking. Rob and I were talking about it.
But really, a movie. He instantly, all those people. Oh, I still like Chris Benoit. You know what? I stopped liking Chris Benoit when he killed his wife and kid.
Yeah.
Well. So, do we really need a movie in this motherfucker?
I think it's going to be a biopic about how his rise and fall.
Yeah. You know what? We have the saying in the military, 1,000 attaboys can be ruined by one you fucked up. Well, he had a really big you fucked up.
Well, the reason why this is happening is because documentaries and biopics are selling. Mm-hmm. So recently, my documentary that me and my buddy Will and Chelsea did about the Hope Art Gallery in Austin, it's getting picked up 2 festivals, and we're talking to Access about picking it up, and we're like, really, just our little thing? And they're like, yeah, anything to do with music, old retro pop idols, and documentaries. They're like, dude, people can flip and sell this.
Yeah, but this, that's fine, but this is also about a guy who, like I said, is a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it more controversial. Look at Netflix making a murderer. That's like one of the best series they had this past year.
That's
R.I.P.
true.
Chris Benoit.
Dude,
Fuck Chris
murder
Benoit.
porn is like high right now.
Yeah, murder porn is great. However, this doesn't sound like murder porn, so...
No. I personally, I'm not, I mean, like I said, it was really heartbreaking. I mean, it was like, for me, it was like, holy shit, that was one of my favorite wrestlers, but you know what? Fuck that guy.
It was an interesting time, though, if you were watching wrestling, because Chris Benoit was reported that he had died, and everybody was like, oh my god, that's so horrible. And then Raw was like the next night, and they did like this big like celebration of Chris Benoit, and then like they find out shortly afterward that he had killed his family and he like performed suicide, and they were like, oh. And they completely did a 180, and they were like, nope.
Yeah, nowadays in WWE, you say the words Chris Benoit, Vince McMahon comes out of nowhere and sets you on fire.
Yeah, like they started showing it on WWE Network. They started showing his old stuff. They did, but they have a disclaimer up on the front that was like,
"Fuck this guy."
No, it's like you're about to watch some like disturbing things or something. Like he has nothing to do with WWE. Yeah.
We're just trying to make a buck off of this, okay? We don't really support him, but you know,
he had some amazing wrestling matches.
He did, and I'm willing to admit that. Up until the point he kills people.
That I literally have to ask myself that now, like when I critique a film that's announced, I'm like, am I really critiquing the creativeness of this? Because 99% of the time, it's a really smart business play, and I probably do the same thing in their shoes. It's like, hey, do you want to make a bullshit documentary about a wrestler? I don't know, maybe. Well, it's gonna make us probably like $500,000. Oh, really?
I ain't gonna.
I know I made the joke about the WWE executives saying who, what, but I really do want to know if there are going to be some WWE people involved. Like, I feel like there's gonna have to be, but
how do you tell the story without it though?
Yeah, that's exactly. But they're probably gonna be like. They don't want to have their name.
Faces blurred.
Like
I knew him very well.
Yeah. It's obviously Big Show, but you're just like.
Think about all the great
My name is Sig Blow.
Let's look at like one of his best friends in the business, like Chris Jericho, who worked with him a lot, came up with him together. And
I think Triple H was a good friend of his too.
And now you go up to any one of them and say, "Hey, Chris Benoit," they'll walk away.
Yeah.
By the way, I missed Triple H literally by 20 minutes the other day.
Did you?
Where he posted his picture at the Star. And I walked in from his time when he posted it. It was 20 minutes from the time I saw it, and I walked in. I was rips. It was for SmackDown, and they invited all of the SmackDown people to come visit the Star.
That's cool.
And I was like, I
was really wondering for a moment that they were going to do like WrestleMania, like 32 or whatever the hell it is
in Frisco.
And over
gosh,
at the Star.
I will lose myself.
Hey, we have the attendance record now. What else do you have this week too?
So we got Deathstroke. I mean, that's huge.
And we all said last week, was he just trolling us?
No.
He was not
trolling us.
And I like the casting of Joe Manganiello.
I gotta say, that's some good casting.
Yeah.
And I give DC shit. I love the costume, and I love that. I can't wait to see him with that goatee, the silver hair, and the eye patch.
Do you see him with his goatee online?
Yeah, but I want to see him like
yeah. Now, can you imagine Sofia Vergara as Harley Quinn? That'd be awesome.
What the hell?
His wife?
That's his wife.
But she ain't never gonna be Harley. Anyway.
I'm randomly.
That would have been awesome.
Sorry, that's a fantasy of mine leaking out. But anyway.
That'd be the worst Harley Quinn, though. Phrasing. Like, Joker! Where are you, Joker?
Oh, God, I would watch that.
This is not my gun. This is not my gun.
I like the hammer!
But I think he's a really good actor, though. Like,
you don't want to mess with me, Batman.
There's like, have you guys seen that water bottle scene of him and Magic Mike 2?
No.
It's really good. He is a good actor.
I have not watched Magic Mike.
or What to Expect When Not Expecting. He's pretty funny in that.
I have my buddy. So my buddy is borrowing my HBO.
Yeah.
And so
which is illegal now.
You're gonna say
is it illegal now?
Yeah, it is.
Oh well.
So he was borrowing it.
Good save.
So like he was, and so like I got on there, and it shows like the watch list of stuff you haven't finished, right?
Oh God.
Like it showed that he had watched most of Magic Mike and most of Magic Mike XXL. And I'm pretty sure the only parts he didn't watch were the credits. And I'm like, really? And like, I thought for a moment it was his fiance. And come to find out, she was like, oh, hell no, I don't watch that shit. That was him.
I got a friend that does
really?
it on my Hulu.
It was Kevin.
You don't gotta watch the whole movie just until you finish.
No, that's true. No, you're right.
I hope that didn't come through on the mics.
Hashtag dirty Kleenex.
Forever unclean.
Forever clean, baby Jeffrey.
Chalupa Batman.
What else do we have this week? Too?
We also had the Super Mario Run.
That's
an interesting one.
Oh, dude, the iPhone 7 is now. This is the first time I will say, as an iPhone user, we've been delusional, and an actual hardware side, thinking it is up to spec with Android. Honestly, I can say now on a hardware side, it now matches what Samsung has. It has a better camera, a equal brightness and screen, and dude, like Mario was just icing on the cake. I know it's not like your comment earlier. Yeah, it's like a run game where you click and do it. Yeah, it's nothing, but I think the most important thing to look at here is Nintendo doing mobile.
Yeah.
Like, that's the gameplay here. That's the play.
Yeah,
it's not the specific game. It's just the fact that they're open to this platform and developing for it. Can you imagine, like, what do you think they would do with Zelda?
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Sweet Jesus,
I don't give a shit what they would do to
Zelda
Zelda because I would buy it in a heartbeat.
I don't want Zelda mobile. I really don't.
I'd be interested to see what they would come up with.
I just had a realization. I would buy an iPhone for Zelda.
I wouldn't.
Well, it depends on how good. If it was a really good Zelda, actually, if it was just like old school Zelda on an iPhone,
if it was 8-bit old school Zelda, hell yeah. But I'm talking about if they like did new stuff, no.
The thing is though, with 8-bit Zelda on an iPhone, that's what the 3DS is for, because you can buy all of those old games in the Nintendo eStore.
Well, you know, it kind of makes sense that Nintendo would go ahead and do this mobile game because, I mean, I've already been saying it from day one that I think the NX is going to be a mobile system. So it might be something that they might be.
It's going to be mobile with cartridges. Like, basically, think about sticking cartridges inside your gamepad.
Yeah.
And then it can go up on the TV. I think that's pretty much what it's going to be.
But you can't blow in these.
Then eventually do a VR setup.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be.
I think one of the reasons why they haven't shown anything is because of the fact that everybody's coming out right now and they're talking about 4K this, 4K that, and I don't think the NX is going to be 4K compatible.
No.
And so they're going to release it and they're going to be like, look, it's this, you know, and right now you've got Xbox talking about the Xbox One S and Scorpio, and then you've got, you know, PlayStation coming out and they're like, hey, look at the Pro, we got 4K, and you don't want to be upstaged by them for this new system that's supposed to turn your entire console, the department of consoles just around.
No, I think if Nintendo had their choice, it'd still be 720. Like,
probably.
I don't think they care.
You know what? I would like the NX to come out and actually be 4K just to show everybody up.
But I don't think it is. I really don't.
And I'm agreeing with you. I just wish they would, so everybody would go like, "Oh, they did it!" Just to actually surprise everybody.
And I don't think Nintendo cares about being a serious gaming system. I think they care about their focus is on their properties and their development of their characters.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
And which is great.
It is.
And that's why you buy into it. Because if they ever tried to be a serious gaming device, it would fail fast and hard.
The problem, though, with that idea that they're just focused on the characters is the fact that they reuse the same characters over and over and over and over and over again. You know, you're not able to,
do you stop buying it, though? That's the thing.
It's true. No.
So then why should they reinvent them if you keep putting your hard-earned money into it every time?
I'm saying create original ones. I'm not saying reinvent them. I'm saying
try.
Create original
I think they
stuff.
tried. They tried like what, 1 or 2 pilots a year, like Splatoon. That's
that one hit,
You know
but
what I
that
mean?
one's mostly because of the multiplayer option of it.
But they do try. I think they try like 2 or 3 flagships a year, don't they? They test it. They don't like taking risk, man.
No,
like
they
Honda.
really don't.
They're like, when everyone had Bluetooth, Honda's like, that's not approving. We're not gonna do that. Yeah.
Hey,
All right. So we could have an entire show about this conversation.
I could do a whole show like this.
no, you can't.
Oh.
It's gonna be hard to do it without teeth.
God.
But I'm gonna make it to a necklace. I'm sorry.
So let's shift gears. 50th anniversary of Star Trek. Let's go to that. Let's talk about it. I gotta say, I'm with Hannah. I can't talk too much about it. I haven't been a religious watcher, but that's why I say let's have Chris and let's have Rob come on and you guys talk about it. We'll switch over here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you guys come on up.
It's gonna work.
I will say I'm a TV show watcher, so much like Jason was saying, Next Generation. I did watch a lot of the movies, so like Nemesis with Tom Hardy. You remember that?
Nemesis was good.
Love
honestly,
Nemesis.
honestly, like I watched a few episodes of the original series back when I was younger, and it really didn't appeal to me as much. But when Star Trek: The Next Generation came out, that was my every week thing.
It was like a political thriller just set in space. Like
the cast
everything was
really
so good,
and the ship was really cool. That was Next Generation was my thing. I mean, I saw Star Trek. Like I would see the movies, and I really didn't know all the characters. Like for the original series, when the first Star Trek movie I saw was 2. I actually didn't even see
Wrath
1.
of Khan.
So I didn't even know why this dude Spock was dead.
Hi, Cody.
And they put stuff in people's ears, which as a kid was like
Earwigs.
Holy crap.
Oh God, man, Khan.
You go on and on about.
I am the
original
Star Trek
series.
nerd, the resident Star Trek nerd here.
So what's the best film?
Call it Trekkie, bro.
We like to be called Trekkers. Thank you very much. So the best film of the original. God, that's hard to call. Hands down, my opinion, I like Khan. I think Voyage Home is great. What's the 6th one? Undiscovered Country. I'm a believer that the odd number Star Trek films are utter shit. Quite frankly, I liked the even number ones because they were great. I mean, Star Trek, the motion picture was trying to be like Star Wars in 2001 altogether. 3 kind of felt like it was the Wrath of Khan Part 2, pretty much. And 5 just kind of felt like, oh, okay, well, we got to give these guys a break, so we brought them back to Earth, and they're trying to find God.
God, that was a
Final Frontier. Well, Final Frontier was Shatner.
Yeah,
was supposed to direct that, and they didn't give him the budget that he wanted. That actually was based off the whole that film Star Trek 5. Parts of that was based off a unproduced television series they were going to do in the 70s for Star Trek.
Really?
It was going to be called Phase 2, and basically the whole concept was the pilot episode is pretty much chair just sank.
it does that.
Yeah, it does. Basically,
a good chair over there.
Yeah, the God figure was going to show up. Jesus was going to show up in the Enterprise, and Kirk was going to get in a fist fight with him, which
Dude, that would
have been awesome television. Absolutely.
I'd have watched that.
Oh, me too. But no, we were talking. Let's see that for a second. If we're talking current TV series, I love TOS. TOS was great. TOS had its great episodes and not so great.
Mine's anything Borg. Like
yeah.
Data's mine, but just I think the idea of the Borg, like the hive mind, because how many episodes of shows do we see have a representation of a hive mind?
Easily one of the most formidable enemies.
Right.
Borg set the bar for me, and then my dad. It's funny. My dad's like really Christian, but for some reason, he will boldly admit in front of anyone, even in the middle of church, 7 of 9 is his personal TV Viagra.
That's what she was put on Voyager 4.
That's why.
Their ratings was slipping and decided, we need some eye candy.
Yeah,
so
Jerry Ryan was brought in to do that, yeah.
And as far as
pour her into this
TNG,
spandex.
My favorite episode is one that everyone in Star Trek, producers, whatever, says doesn't exist anymore. I can't remember the name of the episode, but it was another one with a hive mind parasitic creature that was burrowing into people's necks, and they were taking over the Federation, stuff like that.
It was end of season 1. Was that the one you were
I remember
talking about?
the gross
Either end of
disintegration
season
at the
1 or
end.
season 2. Yeah, that was.
Chris Benoit Star Trek episode?
It had the big bug come out of the Admiral.
Did he murder the whole crew? Okay.
Oh my God.
He opened the airlock.
These things were taking over the Federation. They'd attack the ship, take over everyone in the ship, put these parasites on everybody, and kill anyone else that they can get rid of. And they were taking over the whole command structure of the Federation.
Yeah, that was into season 1.
Gross scene at the end where they were chasing the bug down the hallway, and it goes to the Admiral's quarters and
opens
crawls
up.
into
You
his
see
mouth.
this guy goes up his arm, he just
Yep.
I remember watching it
I was into season 1.
I turned into Stan from South Park. Dude, this is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, they shot him, whole torso exploded, and you saw the giant, mother, Paris, the queen inside. They shot and killed that. And after that, they were it sent out a message into deep space, and you don't know where it went.
That was a dark episode.
Everyone said, since they said, this is gone, this episode does not exist in the Star Trek, the Star Trek universe anymore. Some people started saying, well, maybe they were sending something out to the Borg. But I'm they were already on Earth. They were.
Yeah,
they had
way.
done
Well,
their job.
actually, Q introduced the Borg into the into the universe. Basically, he brought him into.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, he's not really introduced. He just said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you all the way out here."
Here, say hi.
Okay, now they know you exist.
Byron from the chat says Voyager sucked as a series.
You know what? I actually have to agree with
The
them.
most funny.
Yeah.
I liked Voyager when I saw it, like, oh, it's a different type of ship. And then this series sucks. Remember they had the Rock on there. They had the Rock on there as like some gladiator on another planet.
On Voyager?
Like
Oh my
God. It was like
God.
his like first
Acting
That was the
appearance.
Chris Benoit episode.
shut the
Would you stop? Stop.
Is that when he murdered his family?
But after Next Generation, we
A
actually
very
had Deep
special
Space
episode
Nine,
of Voyager.
I think Deep Space Nine did well, especially when they got the Defiant.
Yeah, when I'll say Deep Space Nine really when they started doing the war.
I have a
Dominion
question.
War.
I have a question.
The Dominion War was
What was it,
great.
Avery Brooks? Is that Avery Brooks?
Avery
The
Brooks.
great Avery
Yeah.
Brooks.
He was cool again after he shaved his head and
I'm Hawk.
he just became Hawk from Spencer for Hire again.
DS9 was pretty much it was boring.
Right.
Say that much. Once Dominion Wars came around, that's when it picked up.
So Matt, it was Byron who asked the question.
Nah, that's what he said.
Yeah. So Byron, my question to you is, what's your favorite season then?
Oh.
If you're gonna talk-
Xander says that Enterprise wasn't bad. The whole show was a holodeck sim.
That is true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Again, Enterprise, I watched like 3-4 episodes.
didn't-
I loved
I'm
Enterprise.
done. I couldn't watch it
I
anymore.
liked
I
Enterprise.
started watching Enterprise and I was just like, shit. Because I wanted this to be good. It's like, ooh, it's the first time the Enterprise goes in. Who the fuck are these people? You let me down, Scotty. You let me down. I love you.
It's like, I forgot. They had shitty technology. Click.
Oh, man.
I would say honestly, I was more a fan of DS9 because DS9 actually had that kind of multi-layered story going on.
I think the failure of DS9 was because there was about exploration. And they were just like...
They were in one place. They were coming to
they
them.
were
in one
bust
spot.
out.
My
Star
question-
Trek, dirty
my question
gas
is
station.
about Star Wars or Star Trek as a whole. Has it had any effect on pop culture? Like other than now, I will say I am excited for the Spock biopic that's coming out, done by his son. I'm excited to see that because I believe that individual character had a lot of effect on pop culture. But the rest of the series, like as a whole, what effect other than Leonard Nimoy?
Well, I'll tell you. There's, for example, there's an astronaut by the name of Mae Jemison. She said the first time she saw a black woman in space is when she saw a horror on Star Trek. There are countless scientists, countless physicists, countless smart people, countless nerds that were inspired by Star Trek. This right here,
Look what we-
inspiration by Star
Which
Trek.
is why
Yeah.
we have tablets.
Exactly, and
Look
mobile
at
phones.
what we name our technology now. This technology that we saw in Star Trek is slowly becoming a reality.
Exactly.
With things like, we actually call it warp drive. We're working on warp drive. We're working on teleport, or not teleporter so much, but
We're working on food replicators.
food replicators would be awesome. I want a phaser. I just want a phaser.
I want a phaser too.
And I will say that's the one thing.
I'll leave it on stun.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
I think that's one thing Star Trek did that Star Wars didn't. Star Wars was space opera, where I think actually Star Trek put tangible like it gave us ideas of something to do, technology. It gave us something to reach for.
What
Like,
humanity
is there,
could
We could
Well,
be
the
where we
way
Exactly.
I kind of look at this was like Star
It's
Trek
realistic.
was just your sci-fi story, whereas Star Wars was more like a fairy tale.
exactly, and it still
It's
is a
like
fairy
the-
tale
the
today. Like I
technology is
still couldn't
already-
imagine any of that happening today.
It was swords and sorcery in space is basically what Star Wars is. Yeah.
But-
Byron says DS9 was a much more complex series than all the rest, due to the fact that they couldn't lean on going places.
Exactly, and that is true.
Byron like DS9.
You know, you have
DS
Microsoft
I like you,
for-
Byron.
right?
I like you.
DS9 I really did not like
I did.
until the Dominion Wars, and the reason why they kicked it up a notch during the Dominion Wars is because Babylon 5 was kicking their ass as far
that
as
is true.
a storyline and plot. So they had to work hard to get people watching that show and pulling people away from Babylon 5.
And what was more amazing about DS9 was it seemed because I always like even in Star Wars I like the ships, but they have the runabouts, and then they brought out the Defiant, which the
yeah.
Defiant was like that small little drunken Irish ship that could kick your ass, you know?
Wow.
the one ship that I think the Ramen said, okay, you can put cloak technology on that ship.
And it
that
like
one
came
alone.
out of nowhere. Like in that episode, it just like cloaked and came through and like tore up stuff. And I'm like, what is that? That was my jam. And Avery Brooks is there, head shaved, got the goatee, just like giving orders. I'm like, damn.
Now,
Hawk! I mean,
again,
not Hawk.
the other part of DS9 that I like was when this Romulan warbird comes up and says, "We're going through the wormhole. We're taking the fight to the Dominion." Station said, "No, you're not. You're not going through here. I don't care what you do." Then like 500 other Romulan ships uncloak, and they're like, "Going through."
So okay.
We'll waive the toll.
So 50 years of Star Trek, and we got another series on.
Yeah, we got Discovery. It's coming out in January.
And this is taking place before Kirk's.
It takes place about
Enterprise, right?
10, 15 years before before TOS.
That's fine because what there were like 7 Enterprises before. There were 7 other like main ships before Enterprise came out.
Well, there's
No, I'm thinking Next Generation. Sorry.
yeah.
Because Next Generation, because in Picard's quarters, I like that about that. He had all of the Enterprises on the wall.
Right.
Yeah. By Picard's, he had like the 3rd Enterprise, I think, and they were blowing up the Enterprise like every season.
I think it was like they were up to E in Next Generation. But come on,
well,
the first episode of Next Generation when the saucer section split.
Yeah.
Come on now. They went to the battle
bridge.
Which like, I'm just like, what?
Where's
what
this?
is this doing? What is this doing? And they're like,
Why are all these red lights?
The thing is, that's the first time you actually saw it separate. They had it separate in the original series before.
Oh, wait, are we not
Whoa,
talking?
really?
Are we not talking about Star Wars yet?
Okay, we're gonna find out.
No, buddy, I'm sorry.
No, we're not gonna be talking about.
You're
gonna have to find that. Anyway,
Yeah,
okay.
I do have to
I'll
ask
look for
you.
it.
I mean, I think this is the most important question about the new series. Is it going to have a sweet opening theme like Enterprise did?
I hope not.
Look, for a show about technology, and because I've got faith. I was like, fuck this song.
I'm a
Give
Star
me
Trek
no-
fan, and I had a
give me-
problem
That was
with
the
that too.
one thing I liked about Enterprise.
Oh God.
The one thing I like, that was one of the things.
inspired every time.
That was the problem.
Rob's like, I could sing Enterprise in church and everyone would be okay with it.
They wouldn't think it was missing.
No, in the stars, you find your light.
Did Jesus sing that?
Your light.
The exact words I had to my friend, I was like, what the hell is this? That dude needs to shut the fuck up, and Scott Bakula needs to be saying, space, the final frontier.
Oh, he did in the
I
end.
think
But,
they tried that. They tried that from the beginning.
The
And they were like,
final
that doesn't
frontier.
sound right.
No.
That doesn't sound good. Let's get a good song.
okay.
All right.
All right, so anyway, 50 years of Star Trek. Hopefully we're going to have, about 20 or more years in this.
Well, I'm hoping.
I hope it ends soon.
No.
No, I'm just
with
kidding.
you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. I got to tell you honestly, 50 years. It's been a one of those shows that has inspired countless generations, and I've got a feeling it's going to inspire countless more. Not only for the fact that it's been seen in original television runs, film runs, but now in digital. So it's fantastic. Hey, happy birthday, and 50 more years.
Rob, final words.
I love you all. Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Thank you, Rob. That's the smooth
So anyway-
sounds of DJ Rob. You can find him at Candy's Corner on Thursday nights.
Come out the stage.
Coming to the stage is
Get
Destiny.
Chris back on the board. So anyway, we are going to go take a short break. We have next weekend, BAM Fest coming up in Burleson. It is the Burleson Arts and Manga Festival. Our buddy Starman Morris will be putting that one on. We're going to have a table there, and we're going to be there having a good time. Make sure you come out, check it out. But I have a short interview where I talk to him about some of the guests and what you can expect at the Burleson Arts and Manga Festival. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Jason the X for SCNS Live, and I'm talking to my buddy Starman Morrison. What's up, bud?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I can't complain. Now you've got this this convention that you do. You are pretty much the guy that runs the whole thing, called BAM Fest.
Most of it.
Most of it. You have a lot of help, I'm sure, but I'm sure you have all that con stress from putting everything together. But it's going down this September 17th. This Saturday, 2 weeks from now, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. What can people expect coming out to BAM Fest this year?
Well, it's going to be our biggest event ever. What differentiates this from previous BAM Fests is, and what makes this interesting as far as conventions go, is that this is a city-run convention. It's halfway between a Comic-Con, halfway between a city festival. It's organized by the city of Burleson. In previous years, we've run it out of the Burleson Public Library, and running a convention while a library is operating on a Saturday is kind of a weird thing in and of itself, because you've got, all of the people who are there expecting, nice, quiet, I'm going to get my books. And then you have these maniacs in cosplay running around, crowding around the whole place.
So this is, biggest one you've had so far. This is your second year doing it.
Third year.
Oh, third year. I'm sorry, third year. So you've got 2 under your belt so far. How did the first year compare to the second year?
Well, it's been getting steadily bigger ever since then. Actually, this is my 5th year running a little convention at the library. The first 2 years, we did it in conjunction with the ACON organization. They were trying to branch out and do mini cons at different little libraries around the DFW area. They'd had big success doing it with Mini ACON, which is a regular event that they've done in conjunction with the Denton Public Library for a couple of years. They want to try it out, and I'd been trying to organize mini conventions that the library has been working at since, the mid-2000s, before it became a thing. So, I knew some people. They approached me. I said, yeah, we'd like to do this. And they decided that they wanted to make it into more of a rotating event, like do a different library every year. But we had so much fun with the first 2, what we called micro ACONs that were held in Burleson, that we decided to keep it going, and that's how we started the Burleson Arts and This year, what's going to make it bigger this year is that this year we are not holding it in the library. This year we have been given the entire Burleson Senior Citizen Center for one Saturday.
Oh, boy.
So it's a bigger space. We are going to have 2 rooms for panels versus the usual 1. So that's going to be a pretty big deal. We're going to have 1 room set aside for board game, card game demonstrations. Collected of Burleson.
All right, welcome back. Are we back on?
We are back.
We're back on. Is our mics on?
Yes, your mics are on.
All right.
So, totally.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's breaking several walls.
I'm just saying,
So,
that was a pretty damn good board op for a while. For the entire Star Trek 50th anniversary conversation,
guys,
I was pretty
Best
legit.
ever.
That
Thank
was
you.
Starman
She
Morrison,
knows. She gets it.
Burleson Arts and Manga Festival, because somebody's a...
Manga.
No,
Oh.
it's
Somebody's a tool
Wait,
about-
Manganello.
Can we
That's
talk?
what it is.
Can we talk about manga now or like anime? Because I'm excited about that.
Well,
Yeah,
that
I
full
wish
video
we
is
could.
going to be
Oh.
released on the channel right after this, so make sure you go over there and check it out. And all the information on the con will be on the accompanying post. So.
Do y'all want to talk about the new Pokemon?
No, I want to talk about.
We can talk about the new Pokemon girl.
Oh, that new Pokemon girls. Huh?
Just saying.
Just
We're
getting
gonna
hard.
talk about some anime. I mean,
Dude,
there you
it's
go,
like
right
they
there.
said, was it Velma from Scooby Doo, like her Aloha form? It's like Aloha. But no, actually, are you excited for the final battle between Naruto and Sasuke next week?
Dude,
Thank you, Cody, for telling me. By the way,
I need to freaking catch up. I'm like 16 episodes behind.
I have
Oh,
not
so good.
watched Naruto since high school.
Yeah,
Dude,
Which-
Naruto.
Let's see,
Viz Media
been
sucks a dick.
well over 10 years ago. I think the last episode I saw was Itachi fighting with Kakashi.
Well, it's gotten better.
Yeah.
It
Whenever
holds
it went
true.
to Shippuden,
There's a lot
like,
of filler.
Holy crap! Like it was really good. Yeah, there was a lot of filler. Like
There
it got
is-
to that final thing, and then they're like, "Let's show you like 12 episodes of crap you don't care about." Like I hated it.
And it's funny. People are like, "Well, it gives it backstory." It's like, no, because the manga is not finished yet, so they have to fill it in with bull crap. Dragon Ball Super is actually the past episode of Dragon Ball Super is probably the best episode of Dragon Ball ever. The villain's amazing, and Dragon Ball Super is phenomenal.
I gotta check that out.
It's dude, like evil Goku, amazing. The evil Super Kai who wants to kill humans because they think they're the fall of humanity because they're mongrels and just want to fight each other all the time. And he feels like Saiyans are the worst because their power's tied to their passion, and passion is the end of like mankind. So Super Trunks comes back again into the past. And then he's like, yeah, look, I can go Super Saiyan 2. And Vegeta's like, I'm Super Saiyan Blue, and kicks his ass. And he's like, you're a piece of crap. Dude, it's the best show ever.
You'll never be
It's the
good
best show
enough.
ever. Dude, I'm telling you,
So
Dragon Ball
where can I watch
Super
the
is
new Dragon
amazing.
Ball on? Anyway.
Facebook, actually.
Really?
Oh, never mind. Okay, I get it. Never mind. We're going to talk about that anymore.
No, that's like legitimately. Like, how did I watch all of Super Sentai? Randomly Facebook. And guess what? Facebook, I talked to representatives at Facebook. This copyright thing they're putting in place, they don't give a crap. So if you want to get it with copyright stuff, just go to Facebook.
Facebook is so like.
You'll have
they-
to send me
they-
some links. So
I will.
Facebook don't give a fuck.
Well,
No,
see,
they
that's-
don't. They don't.
That's also where, to go on a tangent
Kiss
away from
anime
where
too.
we were going. They have actually been taking down a lot of videos that have official music in them, like copyrighted music. Like, I have some friends that do drag and burlesque, and they would post their videos of their performances, and within 5 minutes, taken down. Or, hey, I'm practicing here, listen to me sing for my practice, taken down.
They had to be someone reporting them because they don't have that good of a tracking system.
Okay.
There's someone, like, attacking them personally, probably. Like, someone, like, I don't like you, and pulling down because I'm telling you, their copyright system is not up to code, and they don't care. Like, they seriously don't care.
Well, let's do some attacking of our own. Let's talk about the costumes, the worst and the best costumes.
Great transition, Matt.
From the last 16 years.
This is when
in movies.
Our chat becomes the show.
Yes.
Because we have the weirdest conversations in our chat. Seriously, we should just post the transcripts of that sometimes.
Sure. I mean, we've that's how we created Served. So there's a lot of stuff there.
There's a lot of arguments to go on
But
there.
anyway, so yeah, the whole thing spawned on like a disagreement over like a different, like the new costumes that had come out, and we were like, well, wait, let's talk about the worst superhero costumes ever, and they're like, okay, well, what about the best ones? So that's whenever we compiled this list from
we
us
gotta have
four.
some good with the bad.
Yeah. So I'll go first.
Shenanigans. Go ahead.
It's not shenanigans. It's correct.
Just let them know.
Because the worst, and I'm just gonna say it trumps everything. Deadpool from X-Men Origins. It was god awful.
That's not a costume.
It was a costume.
It was a
They
tragedy.
gave him blade hands. They gave him Cyclops eyes.
Jason.
They sewed his mouth shut. Like, I don't know if Ryan Reynolds was actually sitting there, like, with his mouth, like, whatever, like,
Actually,
makeup
no.
done.
It wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
It was a stunt guy, right?
Yeah, it was a stunt guy.
Yeah.
No, it was the guy who played Darth Maul.
Was that Ray Park? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
No, Scott Adkins. Sorry.
No, not
Both ninja people who can act. Scott Adkins.
my thing was
Because, like, when I saw him,
Scott
I was
Adkins.
like, God, like, I know how much of a huge fan Ryan Reynolds is of Deadpool.
Oh,
Yeah, that must have, like-
do you think that they would ever get that makeup on him?
Oh, God, no.
He had no clue. I'm
No.
telling you. Scott Adkins is the same guy. They're like, we want him to be the new Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He was like in, I don't know, Kickboxer 12 or some crap.
the funniest thing about that movie, when that Deadpool walked out, I heard 5 people in the theater go, "The fuck?" And one of them was my wife.
I was in college. When it came out, and whenever it leaked out before like the CGI had finished on it, I got one of those copies. So I was watching it without any of the CGI, and I'm like, the fuck is this shit? Like, I had gone through the entire movie like, all right, cool, I can see strings here, whatever. They hadn't shaded everything.
No.
And then, like, they get to the end, and I'm like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, I didn't care about CGI. I was not going to see that in theaters because I knew of how bad it was.
Now, for me, can I just be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember our time, this time in comic book movie history. Oh, sorry, Pink Ranger. I love you. Here, love him.
Don't.
So, no, stop. I have a point to make about Deadpool.
Hold on.
Let them love, Jason.
Give me a second.
Let them
I'll make
love.
them love a little bit more. Hold up.
Don't judge people's love. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is how people properly love each other.
Anyways, please continue.
So what I was trying to say is that you have to understand up to this point, even getting comic movies like a rarity, right? Like seeing what characters we wanted to see. So I think for me at that point, I was like, at least I get him in a movie. Like I was pissed the way he looked, but I just was like, you know what? At least I got. It's
rather have
fine.
nothing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like it's cool. It's fine. Like. I was trying to justify it to myself. You know what I mean? I was like, it's cool. Like, at least I got something. It's fine. It's got laser eyes, I guess. God damn it, he's got a fucking sword there.
I love how he got his teleportation
It's cool.
powers
It's
from
fine.
Wraith. Well, that wasn't Wraith. I don't even remember who the hell. I think it was Wraith.
It was right.
Yeah, it was
Wraith.
Wraith. He got his teleportation powers from Wraith. I'm like, no! No! Fucking hated it.
And yeah, he got nothing from Blob. I think didn't they? Oh,
I think they gave him like super strength from Blob.
They
or
gave him his
something like
goddamn face from Blob.
Anyway,
that. Yeah.
so
That was so bad. I hated it. I hated it. It's the worst.
No, let me ask you.
Although I did like the first
So-
part whenever he
so
was Wade.
are we doing all
are we
worst?
doing all best
worst?
first, or are we doing both?
Worse than best.
All worst?
Okay, give us
Okay,
your best.
so the best, I mean, we're going to go old to new, the new Deadpool.
Perfect.
Like, that
Yeah,
was
that was
an
really cool.
amazing costume.
Dang it.
You
I
see-
feel like when this assignment was given to us, Matt just dude, Matt, that was the best. Like, you literally picked out the best and the worst in one shot, same character.
Kobe!
That's legit.
But see, Fox, this is how you do it. When we saw that clip for Deadpool and saw the costume, everybody went, all right.
Dude, I think Ryan Reynolds, I think he leaked that. But anyways, why do you think that's the best costume?
It was just perfect. I mean, it was ripped straight out of the comics. And then, what?
Right there in front of you.
Yeah, it's right there. I thought you were like, Chris Benoit was actually up on the screen.
Wait!
And you pointed, and I was like,
Hey,
why would Chris Benoit?
you guys heard it first. Deadpool 2, Chris Benoit kills his family.
Even Deadpool fell down for that one.
Yeah.
No, but it was great.
One of
Like,
those five
it
guys over there.
it was perfect. And then, like, it wasn't even just...
Don't
It wasn't even
actually.
just that costume, though. Like, that was awesome. But it was the other parts where you saw him in the white hoodie, and he gets all shot up, and it becomes red. I loved it. Everything about it was just perfect.
Now,
Even whenever, like, he showed him taking off the hood and everything, you know, it was...
I give Matt
Great.
props on picking that because it's the one costume where a actor took it off set and said, "Screw you guys, I'm taking this home." And they came back and they're like, "He wasn't supposed to take it."
Yeah.
And they said it publicly, and he goes, "I paid for the film. I produced it. I starred in it. This is made on a shoestring budget. If you come for me, I swear I'll turn the internet against you." And they're like, "No, dude, yeah, he can totally have
We
it."
didn't mean that.
Yeah, totally
Let's
have
make
it.
a new one for part 2.
Yeah.
I think the best one, though...
And he
like,
wears it everywhere.
The most defining reason why this is the best costume ever is that he made it himself.
Oh,
They
shit.
show it in Deadpool. They
Oh,
show him
yeah.
making it
All right,
himself.
who's next for the best
So come
awards?
on now.
Okay.
My
Yep.
next
He's a
one?
seamstress.
Go.
All right, my absolute worst, and I know I had two strong choices. Worst one, Catwoman Halle Berry. I hated that fucking costume.
Disagree.
The shredded fucking leather pants.
I'm
With
sure
the-
we can find some iteration
with the
of her
bra
having that
and
exact
belt
costume.
top
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that stupid helmet headpiece and them 6-inch stiletto heels. God damn it, no.
That
No.
is- That is movie bias.
That is
Yeah.
movie bias. Are you telling me that like the new steampunk one with like the gimp from the Pulp Fiction suit and like
not
steampunk
saying-
glasses is good?
I'm not
Like, come
saying
on,
I don't
man.
like seeing Halle Berry in spandex. Clearly, I do.
I think we all do.
I'm not going to go into more detail about that. But that costume sucked. It had like belts, a bra top, and she's like jumping all around in that weird helmet thing.
She has to lead a
And the
film,
movie-
dude. Do you think
mind
she's
and that
gonna
movie
lead a film
sucked. I
clothed?
think I went in our chat and I was like, so I just watched Catwoman. And everybody was like, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
Because I had never seen it. I was editing a video. I'm going through Netflix for something to play in the background while I'm doing it.
Should I watch that later?
No.
Oh,
no,
God.
That's god
Sure,
awful.
go
Like,
for it.
It's so bad.
Like focusing on the video was hard because I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, it's so bad. Whenever like the cats breathe into her, I was like, "What is this? What is this?"
It's a horrible costume, I think. In my opinion, it's just because it's not. If they had put her in just like cat spandex, awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'd have watched that. I don't give a damn about the plot.
Dude, you're losing this
But with her
argument.
Air conditioning pants.
I
or
don't
whatever-
understand what this problem is.
Yeah, I don't understand what this problem is, bro.
You're like selling.
Dude,
it.
you're
was
talking about a African American woman leading a film in a comic book. Like, how much more niche can you get?
Oh, I
Like,
don't
they
know.
have to try to sell it somehow.
Black Cats Matter.
Did you guys? No. Did you guys see that new Halle Berry film where she's a mom in a van, like
Yes.
taking down a gang?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
my-
But I'm not gonna watch it 'cause she's not in spandex.
I go past equality when the movie is shit. That's when. Anyway.
Turn off the sound, bro.
Moving on.
Turn off the sound.
Best
What was your
costume.
what? Yeah, what was your best?
Yeah, best.
costume, the one that when I saw like the when they leaked them, Captain America 1. When they showed that costume, the internet went once again. All right. It
Yeah.
actually-
Yeah.
And what's best about because I've always been a Captain America fan, it actually got the comic in the comics changed, or the costume in the comics changed because they started making it more tactical. I loved in the movie how they integrated the red stripes into basically it was a parachute rig.
Yep.
So that it looked functional.
It was a practical. It was
Exactly.
practical. From
And
that
they gave
time,
him that
that
helmet.
era, like it all made sense.
And that
Because
was
you
the
make
thing
the
about-
suit and then you paint it. Like, it's not the other way around. It's not like you make it colorful and you make it pretty, and then as an afterthought in comics, like, how do we make this, usable? Other way around. Let's make it practical and then paint it. I liked it.
and that is exactly how that costume came out. Even like I said in the comics, it got him to start wearing the helmet instead of the cowl. I know they went with the cowl in Avengers, and they went right back to the helmet because honestly, the one in Avengers, it looked kind of crazy.
Dude, Winter Soldier's the
But
best
that
costume.
helmet piece,
It's
it
really
looks
good.
perfect, and they've typically
movie all
gone with
around.
that in the comics now. I think it's kind of gone back to the cowl now, but yeah, that was my costume. Just like boom, it's got the pouches, the holster.
That's a good
That's
best,
a good one.
Jason.
That was
That's a
good.
good
That's a good
Yeah.
best.
Perfect.
Corey, do you
Think
watch?
You're next, Cora, right?
Yeah. Do you watch comic book movies?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just asking. We're just such anime buddies. I wasn't sure. I haven't seen that
Yeah.
part of you yet.
You ever seen
Yet.
Hawkeye? Do you see
Do you
Hawkeye
not
all
see
over?
Hawkeye all over my body?
I actually got to look.
Cora,
at
do you
her
think
outfits.
that I stare at your chest?
Well, that's where the giant target is.
Okay, fine. I saw the Hawkeye thing earlier. Fine. Why? I
She
saw.
even started the show
I
saying,
s-
"I love Hawkeye."
Yes, man. I'm trying. My wife is watching. I'm trying not to admit it.
So sorry, my bad. He doesn't.
Sorry. Anyways, Hawkeye is the worst costume.
No, Hawkeye's actually not on my list.
Okay, cool. So, what's your worst?
Yeah, I know, it's a shocker.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised at that too.
The worst is the Holy Avenger from Super.
I
I just,
think that was supposed to be bad though.
oh no, I think it was supposed to be
I
bad and they
loved it.
succeeded.
Nathan
think I've seen
Nathan Fillion's the best costume on screen.
I don't think I've seen Super.
Really? It's a
Oh.
Pretty good
privilege.
movie.
Okay.
But just the,
Oh yeah,
It's
James
so
Gunn did do
good.
that.
Oh, I got James Gunn. I'll show you guys
Crosses
later.
and-
I got James Gunn.
Now, what was his whole deal in that movie anyway?
God.
Okay, so really, let me break this down for you real quick. 2 seconds. Super is a realistic look at heroes versus villains. Like, heroes think they're good and doing good things, but they're really not. Heroes are just as bad as villains. They're just like everybody else. It like takes the whole superhero complex, brings it right down to earth, and like humanizes everything in a super campy, bloody, violent way. It is probably one of the smartest films I've ever seen, and my favorite James Gunn film. And I complimented him on it and talked to him about it. It got me to follow him. I tweeted him. He followed me back, and now we can DM each other. I tried DMing him at San Diego Comic-Con. He didn't respond, obviously, but he retweeted me twice, so that's like...
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah. But yes, it's great. It's great.
So what was the thing about Nathan Fillion's character then? Because I saw it a while ago.
He was a Bible character that inspired him to be a superhero. So he like saw like this
Oh,
cheesy
that's right.
Bible
Okay, I
show,
remember. Okay, yeah, he,
and then
like, gave him
James
an
Gunn
Got it.
played the devil, which is hilarious. But Nathan Fillion was like this over plastic, long haired.
No,
He's like,
I remember.
with the power of God, everything is possible.
So is that why you hate it? Like she's
Yes.
cringing right now.
yes.
He had like a halo, and it's like
It's
blue and
either
then
that-
white.
It's either that or
great.
the actual Bible Man TV show. Oh God.
So is it Unholy Avenger or is it Holy Avenger?
It's Holy Avenger.
Okay, Holy Avenger.
Yeah, you definitely gotta check out
Okay.
Superman. It's a really good movie.
It's a really good movie. Highly recommend.
You know what's funny is that like you said you gotta go check out
The
Superman.
rape scene is great.
No.
And I was like,
Oh.
Superman. All right.
You've already seen it.
Yeah.
No, the rape scene is great too. Like real hot Cosby style.
No.
Sorry, it
No.
happens. It's in the movie. Sorry,
No
what's your
rape
best?
jokes.
What's your best? It's not a joke. It happened. What's your favorite?
Anyways, best Ant-Man.
I agree with all this.
Which one?
I liked both, but I picked his first appearance in his solo film
Okay.
because like when they were, announcing the film and everything, I'm like, "Oh, you could fuck this up. You could make it good. You could make it bad." And the minute I saw the costume, I'm like, "Well, you did good." So, I'm sold.
I like
Because-
that
Now,
they
did
made
you
it old.
did you hear
Yeah.
about the film first when it was picked up by like Edgar Wright like 8 years before? Did you hear it when like Marvel started announcing it?
I remember it being rumored a while back, but nothing ever happened, so I kind of forgot about it, and then Marvel picked it up, and I'm like, yes!
Well, remember we saw that
'Cause-
little 5-minute scene where he's going down the hallway and kicking ass. There weren't too many deviations from that costume
Right.
to the one they actually made for the film.
Oh no,
see-
dude! There's shot scenes in that movie that Edgar Wright wrote himself that they copied. Like, they didn't deviate too much at all from that script. I'm telling you right now.
Well, just from that one scene going down the hallway, though, it was still the same.
It's a
Yeah.
great suit. I actually didn't like. I prefer suit number 1 to 2.
And see, what I really liked about the costume, regardless, both of them, was that it incorporated that cheesy look that the costume had in the comic books with that sleeker look that Marvel's going for in their movies. So it was this nice mix. I love how they did the helmet. I love, love, love that helmet. I want that helmet. I liked his little belt. I like how they had him switching between big and small. Like, everything about that costume was just perfect.
I like the joysticks, the buttons.
Yes.
You know,
And
one
they-
did one did the other. Thought that was cool.
And it was even faithful to the original Ant-Man design, like with the kind of square blockage going down. It was just more muted colors. I still like the newer costume though. I guess
Oh,
because
no,
maybe
I-
it's just got that shinier kind of helmet, and it, even though it really takes some liberties with how the helmet actually looked before, with the big horns on the side now that kind of weren't there on the first one. So
I feel like they just cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Like they just
Well, it
like
made
literally
sense
put it
to
in the
upgrade
dishwasher
It
and
was the
just cleaned
original
it.
costume, so it made sense they got an upgrade. But now that she says it, I kind of do like the old one, even though they took liberties. But we got to see him as Giant Man. So
Yeah.
Oh
so-
god, that's so good.
I passed out last time, so
All right, Zach.
Oh, so I'll be short since I talked about everyone else's so
no, that
much.
means we gotta talk about yours.
That's fine. You guys can talk all over it. How about this? I'll just shoot it out there. We're talking about worst, right?
yeah.
we're
Which
ready.
one's your worst?
I'll just shoot it out there.
that's stupid.
I'll let you
I'm
guys
sorry,
take.
that was preemptive.
Yeah, I'll let you guys just roll with it. So worst, it has not been in film yet, but I guarantee you, no matter special effects will fix this mess. Is that Shocker suit we saw leaked for
Oh,
Spider-Man
come
Amazing
on, man.
for Spider-Man 2? Yeah, Rob, get
That's
some.
funny. It
Go
had-
ahead.
this-
I took your time. Take my time. Go.
This was the costume that spawned this entire conversation.
Yeah,
It really was, because some people liked it, a lot of people hated it.
dude, it just doesn't make any sense.
All it looks like is someone put on a costume and then they took like a yellow spray paint gun and just went
Yeah.
No, it's like they made like a cool suit like with leather, and they're like, "What color should I paint it? All yellow, bro.
I liked it.
You're gonna be Mustard Man."
And see, if they did do it with a big paint gun, they really didn't even do a good job because it looks all cracked.
Wait.
Like they just went
Mustard
over.
Man with a trench coat. Oh, and put on metal gloves. Like here, okay. So
Makes no sense.
Jason, go ahead and say your point, and I'll say mine. But
I liked it. I honestly, because Shocker is kind of that
what
lame
about
hero.
what about did you like it?
Shocker is a lame ass hero that gets his ass whooped by Spider-Man all of the time. 100% of the time. In fact, in Ultimate Spider-Man, it was a running gag where he would show up in these cheap, stupid looking costumes. And there was even a time that Spider-Man showed up and he basically went, "Oh, come on! Fine! And he just lay down on the ground.
So do you think that's what they're playing at? Like playing it as is like he's a joke?
Because in the
hope
comics,
so.
he regularly made fun of Shocker's, as he called it, quilt man costume.
Because if that's the truth, what I want in the Batman solo film is I want Condiment Man, and there's a joke.
I
No,
want Calendar Man.
no, that's
Calendar
not-
Man is a little bit better, but Condiment Man is actually one of the best villains I've ever seen in comic book
Can
history.
you imagine Tom Holland with what we got from him in Civil War?
Yeah.
When he sees that suit.
Oh, I want
that's
that
gonna be
so
great.
bad.
Follow him on Instagram, by the way. If you guys just so there's one clip on his Instagram where his stunt guy's like, "All right, Holland, we're gonna do this, this, and this," and he goes and the stunt guy does the stunt, and then Holland goes and does it, and he does it better than the stunt coordinator. And I'm like,
he
wow.
does it as good.
Did you see
No,
the one
I
where
think it's better.
where Chris Hemsworth was standing with his stunt guy? And his stunt guy's like, "Okay, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna like bounce off, we're gonna do like a
Yeah.
big like corkscrew thing, whatever the
Yeah.
hell." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, got it." So the guy goes and he does it. It's beautiful, it's amazing. Chris Hemsworth goes over and he just like he hops and he lands and he's like, done.
All right, so, okay,
but so Shocker was awful for me
I'm
because
more anxious to hear your best.
I honestly believe that they're gonna make him, even if they joke at him a little bit, I think that he will be some kind of serious villain.
Nope.
The reason why is because all I've been hearing in my ear for the past little bit, ever since they rumored Shocker, is that how much people love him. They'll just make him like maybe a side villain number 2. They'll just like screw this up like they have with everything else. Let's jam it too many villains. I don't care if it's even a joke costume.
It will
It
be.
just doesn't look like, okay, so then why disservice the fans that like Shocker? It just looks awful.
Nobody likes Shocker, that's why.
No. Oh, no. I can, no. There's tons.
Fuck Quilt Man.
No, LA.
Shocker was a joke until he upgraded the suit. I think it was after
No.
Armor Wars, where he got hold of everybody got a hold of Tony Stark's technology.
No, I can tell you, Shocker is a great, like, he's, in the animated series, or original animated series, he was a real villain.
First
By the
of
way,
all,
don't
his
go
name is
onto,
Shocker.
Don't go onto Google
And type in
Shocker.
type
and
in
then go to
Spider-
images.
Type in Spider-Man Shocker.
Like,
Why
I
did
gotta
you
show
expect
guys
anything
this.
different?
Like, this
First
is
of all-
exactly what you get. You
First
get
of all-
Why did you expect?
all of that.
Why did you expect anything different?
I just love, like, I want to know if, like, Shocker back in the day when they were
2
creating
for the
this
spider,
character,
1 for the
like,
goblin.
If like Stan Lee knew what it was going to be, like if he came in, he was just like, I got a great new villain,
Dude, no.
Shocker.
No.
They're like, oh God,
And
no,
this is,
Stan,
this is
no.
why I still a
Okay.
Spider-Man line. Well,
Yeah.
This is why I still a Spider-Man line
I
when he
wish
goes.
it was.
It was like during a fight that they were having, and he was like,
Oh, God.
"So why do they call you Shocker?" Well, I shoot vibratory waves down my gauntlets at people. So why do they call you Shocker? Why don't they call you Electro? Oh wait, that's already taken. What's your best? Because this is going to be one.
Dude, that looks so bad.
Yeah, it does look really
Chris,
bad.
what's my best again? I forgot. Oh, yes, it is.
Oh.
I just got moist.
Damn. I got nothing on that one.
Yes, so here's the deal. I was deciding between season 1 and 2.
No, season 2's better.
Season 1 for me, though, like, take, like, the most traditional, like, dude, that could have looked like cheesy cosplay really fast. And it didn't look like it season 1. Season 2, oh my
The second upgrade.
gosh. Now everyone's like, well, they just Dark Knighted it. They just armorized it and stuff like that. No, that red color tone they used, the mirrorless eyes, like
Better mask.
even the storytelling of how the suit came about, I believe is
love
the
that.
best storytelling of how a suit is made by far. Like, come on. Other than that, what do you have? I'm rich and I'm Tony Stark and I have technology.
Deadpool
Like,
is a seamstress.
Kind of makes me want to go
no,
watch
dude,
it.
Deadpool-
Deadpool, who's like an army mercenary, like brain dead mutant retard, could not make a suit that well. No, he can't make. Dude, he wore like a 2 scenes before he wore a white hoodie.
He made a pool full of pancakes one time.
Exactly. Yeah, sure.
That's
He's a man of many talents.
But what I'm saying is, like, that's a best explanation for why
Yeah.
a suit is the way it's a suit, and can explain from now on, because that one suit maker, why everyone's suits in that universe looks legit.
And there was a certain amount of charm with that entire story. And then even with that character of the suit maker, like you like that guy. Afterward. You feel for him, you know.
He's like that sad little special kid in the
But
side of your classroom.
But he's a savant when it comes to that, and it's really cool to watch.
He's like the Rain Man of suit making.
He really is, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. No, but that's true. I like that suit a lot.
But it doesn't hurt too when he's like, I have some troubles. You're like, stop everything you're
Yeah.
doing, Daredevil. Let that girl die.
think we
This
really-
poor man needs your help.
I think we really like season 1, the progression of it getting more upgraded and everything with each injury and
It explained why he needed the suit. You saw the cuts. You saw the tears. He would come home, and that nurse chick's like, Eva Mendes or whatever her name is
no,
like,
what the
Not
fuck was
Eva,
Ariel Dawson,
no.
dude?
so Ari Dawson? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know, dude. I can only
That's
memorize
not
so
even
many
a name
names.
look alike to me thing.
Where's Eva Mendes?
I didn't say it. You
You're
did.
coming here next week and tell me the names of every black person you know.
Anyway,
I know 4 black people. Anyways,
L.A.
L.A., Martin Luther King,
Stop!
Alexandria.
Coolio, Alexandria, who's
That's
lovely.
Stop!
Jason, are you black?
Stop!
No.
Oh,
Then I know 4. I don't know. Stop.
Please hand me one of the 5 knives over there, please.
Sorry.
The stabbing one, not the throwing one.
Sitting right here.
Oh, that's
I know you went all
No,
around.
that's 6.
You didn't say Rob once.
Rob, you're black? Anyways, but what I'm saying is by the end of the day, like, it is a perfect storytelling for a suit. It explained why he needed it over a progression of an episode subtly. It showed how it was built over several episodes. Like, this is why, like, right now, VOD and TV is a better platform for actual filmmakers, storytellers, all together than movies. Look at David Ayer. Look at so many other people. When you're put on a pedestal and told to make a $10 million movie, I would say, fuck that. Go make an amazing TV show, 20 episodes, get your story told, because Daredevil's a perfect thing
I would
for
go a
it.
step further with all the costumes in Daredevil were really good. Especially, I mean, we only got to see the Punisher at the end, but still legit looking, and even Elektra's costume, which, you know, they really did a good job with that series. I can't wait to see what they do with 3.
I can't wait to see what happens with Luke Cage because that's in a couple of months on Netflix.
The punch clip.
Weeks. I meant weeks.
Every episode.
The punch clip that's up right now, where the dude breaks compound fractures his arm, hitting Luke Cage in the face.
We'll see it whenever it comes out on Netflix.
Every single episode is named after a Wu-Tang song. So excited.
Sorry.
Well, actually, to be honest, that actually helps with spoilers, and it's fun.
It's not a Wu-Tang song, it's Gangstar.
I don't know the difference. I know 4 black people.
All right, that is it for our show. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you, everybody here on the panel talking today. Thank you for Chris and Rob for contributing today as far as the Star Trek and everything else that they do behind the scenes. Guys, go on Loot Crate. Get our Loot Crate box. The Loot Crate, the code is SCNS Live. It's easy.
This month's theme is speed. We're going to be fighting over this one because there's like collectible vehicles.
Wait, hold up. We weren't fighting over the last one? No, that's right. I didn't get anything.
Which, thank you, by the way, Carter and Will for using
7 months of stuff.
Carter and Will for using the NCNS code last week and ordering your Loot Crates through the show. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoy them. And also, please write the show and tell us what you guys thought.
Also, buying that Loot Crate actually does help us. So thank you very much, guys.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and guys, follow us on Twitter at SCNS Live. You can follow me at Move the Joystick.
Hi, you guys can follow me at the Mad Zach and the YouTube channel Dweeb Factory. Hi, McKinley.
Hi, McKinley.
My daughter's watching. No cussing, Jason.
Oh God, I've already cussed.
Well, just like past 2 seconds.
Okay, good.
At the Mad Zach. Oh, and also follow me at ByronDoss.com.
After you, magical girl.
I am a magical girl. You can find me at Hawk's Perch, where I attempt to post shitty artwork sometimes. Yeah.
And you can follow me on Instagram, JasonX, and on Twitter at JasonX. I'm sorry in advance.
Hey, Jason, are we doing Power Rangers video soon together?
We should be.
That'd be magic.
All right, yeah, guys, coming up next, we are going to be recording Nerd Interference, so pay attention to that. That's going to be up on Saturday, the audio version of tonight's game that's airing right now. You can hear the recap of that tomorrow whenever BC and I talk about it.
And if you think me and Matt are nerdy about nerd stuff, you should see us about sports.
It's going to be fun.
We go horde.
Horde.
Gronk. For the horde.
All right, that's it for us, guys. Keep it on Cinelinks.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more, and we will see you next week. Keep on nerding!
We didn't say anything about it.
Oh, sorry, we'll do the sweepstakes next week. But hey, did you guys see what I had set up for the sweepstakes? Yeah. But it's awesome. So people to enter into anything you're giving away, they have to subscribe to the channel